Hey everyone, welcome back. Today's Monday. I have the day off and it's a fabulous day. Oh, I just love getting things done, guys. It's just amazing. All right, so where do we begin? We're going to talk about cash envelopes, okay? So currently I use my cash envelopes on the app. It's called the Jelly app. And what I do is I have everything on the Jelly app, which are all of my expenses. And then for my sinking funds, which is separate accounts that I save for separately, those are in the bank. I decided to purchase some cash envelopes, and these are from Papery Planning. And I decided to give it a try because they use the cash envelopes. My followers use the cash envelopes. I used to use the cash envelopes. So then I stopped and I switched. So I decided to give it a try to go back into the cash envelopes to support my followers and to help any way that I can. But so as I did that, I found that it just doesn't work for me. I'm very good with my money now. Previously I couldn't say that, like years ago. Okay, so I think that it works for people who, if you get money and you're gonna blow it, then this definitely is gonna help you. Because I get direct deposit for all of my money, it's more difficult for me to get direct deposit and then pull it out, put it in here. It's just more difficult for me. Okay, I decided it's just not going to work. But what I'll do is I'm going to use the cash envelopes for tracking purposes, and I have these little trackers here. So the only thing that you're not going to see is the money, which is not a big deal. So the cash envelopes and the sinking funds that I have here, I have in the bank. So all of these sinking funds are in my credit union. All of these expenses are on my Jelly app. Okay? So everything that I get, whether it's let's say I get paid, what I do is I figure out what I'm going to be budgeting for the week, and I transfer money into the Jelly app card, and I do that by PayPal, because you can link so many different cards to your PayPal account and then just use that card to transfer the money. It's really easy. It really is. So now you have all of the expenses on the Jelly app, and you have all your categories, you have the money there, you know what your budget is. And when you run out, you run out. It's just the same, right? Okay. These are the categories that I spend. Like, these are your variable expenses. And what I mean by that is that every week it might not be the same, things change, maybe you didn't work enough hours, you know what I mean? So if you have a set paycheck, that's great. But these are your variables, household stuff. Like, you might not need to buy cat food every week, or you might buy it every 2 weeks. Beauty. I don't get my hair cut every week. So these are your variables. This is where you kind of have to go through and say, all right, how much do I want to spend every week? So that's going to be your project. What you want to do is you want to go to your bank account, look at your look at your statements, and look at how much you have spent on groceries. Look at how much you've spent on eating out. Okay. I don't go to a restaurant that's going to be like extremely expensive. We go to like a simple place. It's affordable. You got your tip, drinks, maybe even an appetizer. So it usually comes out to $40, maybe $45, even maybe $50. That's my limit. It's done. I don't use this for the rest of the week unless I have more money in here. So if I have $100 in here and I waste $50, I have $50 left. So you need to figure out how much you spend on certain expenses. Okay, gas every week. I spend about $45. I fill up my gas tank and I'm good for the whole week. I really know that's $45 a week. I need that every week. So as far as groceries, I don't have that down pat yet. I give myself 100, but I don't always spend 100. Whatever's left, I keep it in here. So these are your variable. Your sinking funds are completely different. These are different accounts where I want to save for different categories. So I have business. So the sinking funds are business, grandbaby. I have an Apple desktop, second savings, clothing. I have Christmas. I have emergency. I have vacation. Those all sinking funds are in my credit union. So when I get paid, I pay my bills, I look at what I want to transfer over to my sinking funds. So what I would do is I would look at what I have. These are my sinking fund categories. These are sinking funds, expenses, which are your cash envelopes, which are your variables, which are things that you spend regularly. I'm sorry, not this, but here, are your cash envelopes. So I think I have it listed out here too. And I want to show you this because it's really important for you to understand the difference between the two. And okay, here, paycheck. This was paycheck number 2, and you see how I have it here where it says cash envelopes. This part here, these were my balances that were on my jelly card. So my jelly card works for me. I take a look and I'm like, oh, okay, well, I have $100, I have gas, I know that's gonna be gone. Beauty, I need to get my nails done, I need to get my toes done, I know that's gonna be gone. Household, I need cat food, I need paper plates, toilet paper, that's gonna be gone. Eating out, I have $40. So this is the balance, and then I can take a look and say, all right, well, what do I need to add to this? What do I need to add to my cash envelopes? Just because I don't have physical cash envelopes, which are these, it's just on the app. It's the same thing. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to continue to use the app, and I will use these to track. Okay, so I will track them here. You know, I'll write out what I have for a balance, today's date, what the balance is for my groceries, okay? And I have to actually deposit all of this money. So I have to deposit all of the money that's here. I have to deposit to the bank, transfer it over to it over to the Jelly app. So I will go to the bank, deposit. I'm gonna find out how much I want for groceries, how much is here for groceries, how much is for beauty, gas, and so forth. I will take that total, transfer it to the Jelly app. Boom, that's done. Then I'm gonna take a look at the cash, the sinking funds that I have here. Same thing. I'm going to deposit my sinking funds, and then I'm gonna transfer. Then I'm gonna transfer it over to the accounts that are my sinking funds, which is emergency, Christmas, clothing, vacation, office, which is my office upstairs. I bought paint yesterday. I put money aside for bills to pay, like my car payment, I put money away for bills, so it's just my own. It's just for me. Second savings, and so these are just like so everything that I use here, I'm just going to be tracking it, but unfortunately I have to use it online because it just works for me. The reason why I say that is because I get direct deposit, and it's more difficult for me to get direct deposit, to go to the bank, withdraw all of the money, put it in here, use only cash. It's just more difficult when I am a debit card person, when I have the Jelly app, and it works for me. It might not work for everyone, and that's okay. And you might be that type of person that you need structure. You need to have the cash. Once the cash is gone, you're done. It doesn't mean that you go dipping into your other money and your other savings. That is the structure of this, and this is what helps you save. It really does. It really, 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 really does. I'm telling. So a couple years ago, so I used to do this. I used to use the cash, and I got to a point where I didn't need it anymore. I didn't need to have the cash, and I love the Jelly app. I love that I can pull up the Jelly app. let's say I go to Stop and Shop and I make a transaction, I get an alert ding, and then literally it pops up and it's saying, where do you want to put this in your jar? And then I swipe it, boom, it's gonna go to my grocery. You know what I mean? So it's awesome. It's FDIC insured, like it's legit. And I like it because it keeps track. So if you have 10 jars, it's called jelly jars. If you have 10 jars, like let's say you are saving for multiple stuff, like you have your business, you have grocery, you have all of these, right? I basically have all of these in my jelly app. I have groceries, beauty, gas, eating out. I have my BJ's. I like to get coffee in bulk. I love BJ's. Planner stuff, if I want to buy stickers. My business, when I buy yarn. Household, grandbaby I'm saving for. I'm saving for a desktop Apple. I only have an iPad. I have an iPad and a laptop. Second savings and clothing. There was only 12, like 6 and 6, so that's what I used. All of these I have listed on the majority I have on my jelly card, and then these here I have on the sinking funds. So it's just the same thing anyways. But the jelly card is super awesome. I love it. But what I'm going to be doing with the cash envelopes is keeping track with these little things here. So everything I'm going to be doing is according to the cash envelopes, but I'm just keeping track of it here, and I'm not going to be counting money and being like, this is what goes here. I don't need to do that. So I hope that makes sense. Because I am over the 15 minutes. I also use this for my wallet. So August, I also have the weekly, and so I will put any week that I'm on, I put it here. I can put notes, receipts, and I use this as my wallet. And this is my jelly card. It's purple, and so everything works great. But I hope I explained it. I hope I made sense, to be honest, because it can be very confusing, especially if you're not familiar with the cash envelopes or the sinking funds. They're two different things, but they're basically, it's the same concept. It's the same concept. When the money's gone, you can use another, you know what I mean? That's what is helping you save money and helping you budget your money. It's just habits that you're changing, and it's just habits. And like I try to explain this to my kids, you are in control of your money. So if you spend your money on a bunch of stuff you don't need, that is on you. So you need to get it together and stop spending and try to budget. We all have bills. We all have bills. You have credit cards. Some people don't. But try to make your life easier and minimize some of the areas that you spend quickly. You know what I mean? So that'll be it for today. But if you guys have any questions, I hope I did explain it to you. I'm sorry if I didn't. And please reach out to me. I would be more than happy to help you.